Good morning, everyone. This is Donna, and I would like to officially call the meeting to order. And I would like to acknowledge everybody is here except for Dave French.
I need to have a listing, Donna, of who's on the line. I need to have a roll call of who's on the line.
Okay. Lucy, are you on the
Yes.
line?
Yes.
Okay, it's Lucy Ward. Jean Latowski, are you on the line?
Yes, I am.
Liz Latowski, are you on the line?
Yes, I am.
Jim Sloan's here.
Okay, John Hobart, are you on the line?
Yes.
Linda Valencia, are you on the line?
Yes. Okay, Susan
And,
Simon.
Libby Christensen,
Yes.
are you on the line?
Yes, I am.
Thank you.
And can I just clarify, Lucy Ward is there? Did I hear that, Donna? Lucy Ward?
Lucy Ward is present,
Okay, thank you.
and Dave French is absent. So we have a quorum. And so now we'll move forward with the 2020-21 budget review. Katie?
Go ahead, Riley. Riley, go ahead.
Has everyone reviewed the 2021 budget and proposal
The video.
and the video?
Yes,
Yes,
Donna has.
Lucy has.
Jean has.
Liz has. Libby has.
John has.
Linda has.
Okay, great. After serious consideration, I would strongly encourage the Charter Club Committee to endorse Mr. Schwinn's conservative approach for the 2021 budget to the governing board.
Donna votes yes.
So does anybody have any commentary or questions about the budget at this point?
Yes, this is Linda.
Donna does not.
Go ahead, Linda.
Go ahead, Linda.
My question pertains to the projects that are being put on hold. My question is, will those projects receive any priority for the following budget year?
Linda, this is Carl Wilhelm, Project Manager. Yes, they would receive the same priority they received this year, but would be brought up through the same cycle of budget process as we've done so far this year. Does that answer your question?
Yes.
This is Liz. I have a question also.
Sorry, ask that question once again.
You want me to ask?
Your phone is breaking up. Please repeat the question.
My question pertains to the sound system at the Beardsley Pool. Is that still in the budget?
Yes, that is still in the budget. The budget that you have reviewed by video is for projects that are $50,000 and greater.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Who asked that question?
Liz Latowski.
Okay, please state your name before you ask a question. Thank you. Any other questions?
Yes.
Go ahead.
This is Linda. Let me be a little more specific. The sports pavilion changes on the budget for the social place. Am I to understand that the cost for the new shuffleboard outdoor lane was included in that particular budget item?
Actually, no, it is not. However, in the next few weeks, you will see 2 shuffleboard courts established in an outdoor location yet to be determined at the rec centers.
I'm sorry, how many lanes?
2 lanes as a test.
And that would be the permanent location if it works out?
Potentially, that is correct.
And potentially there are more than 2 lanes to be built?
Yes, but we don't want to invest in it, and it's not a difficult purchase or a timely purchase. We just want to make sure that we test and demo the first 2 courts that we're purchasing and go from there.
And that would include that special top coating?
Actually, it's better than that. They are actually courts that are constructible and movable and made out of a special polymer construction that's snapped together and specifically for shuffleboard.
Designed for outdoor.
Designed for outdoor use.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else have a question?
No other questions at this point.
So Donna, is it your committee's recommendation to go ahead and move along the suggested proposal of budget to the governing board or to properties committee?
Let's take a consensus vote. Lucy, what is
Yes.
your vote?
To move forward,
Jean,
yeah.
your vote?
Yes.
Liz,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Linda,
Yes.
and Libby. Libby? I cannot hear Libby.
Donna will please just get her vote at a,
So it sounds, Donna, like your committee is endorsing, after reviewing the budget, they're more or less endorsing moving it forward to properties. Am I correct? This is Karen. I need this for the minutes.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. That's all that has to be
To the
established.
governing board.
Did somebody else say something? No?
okay, Donna, thank you.
Other committee, okay, are there any other committee comments? Remember, we have to follow the agenda, so are there any other committee comments that we need to get from anybody on anything at this point?
Lucy, do you have any other comments?
No, I do not.
Jean, do you have any other comments?
No, I don't.
Liz, do you have any other comments?
No, I don't.
John, do you have any other comments?
No.
Linda, any other comments?
No.
Libby, any other comments?
All right, do you want guest comments, Karen?
Yes,
Libby,
if
do you
you have
have
them.
any other comments?
No, I don't have any.
Okay. Okay, Don, it sounds like your committee has no further commentary as I'm hearing it. Guest comments. Any comments here? Because remember, we have to put this out to the public later, and we'll come back with guest commentary that will be added in the minutes. Anybody here in the room, this is the time for anybody here to speak.
I have no comments.
None.
Bill?
No, ma'am, thank you.
Riley?
James Riley, no comment.
Sue Fitzsimons, I have a question.
Go ahead, Sue.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, my question is, could Carl describe the situation with the metal shop and the metal club?
Yes, so the current request for an additional $410,000 for the metal shop is to solve the current preliminary plans of 2,850 square feet at a cost of materials at approximately $216 per square foot. There is a $97,000 15% contingency, which we would hope to find as savings once official plans are created.
Katie, page 24.
So it is possible that the building gets completed for approximately $546,000.
So we're spending about $500,000 on this project, is what you're saying.
Between 550 and 646.
Okay, I thought that we had reduced that amount because you could use the area that is between those two buildings, between here and the car wash. Is that not correct?
Sue, that is a correct assumption. We do have an option for that. But that price per square foot for building materials is $262 per square foot, so not a very good value. We don't necessarily have to build 2,850 square feet, but we have to build something close to that to cover the disruption of the area behind the metal shop. The car wash option, in between the car wash and the metal shop, is a very difficult build and will cost us more per square foot than the option B, which is the 2,850 square foot option that we have off the back.
Okay. Okay, I understand it now. Thank you.
Does that help?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you for your question.
Any other questions?
Jim Young, I have a question.
Go ahead, Jim Young.
Same thing on Sue. If we do the building on the outside as you propose, are we still able to use the space between the car wash and the building for outside storage?
Very limited, Jim, as far as storage goes. It would have to stay tucked up close to the present building.
Well, the question I have is, if there now they have an awful lot of pipe that is just stored on racks. It just seems to me that it should stay there, but that's the question.
Jim, a metal rack is not a consumable problem by fire. And if it was a rack system, whether it was something like a Home Depot rack system or their current metal rack system, and they were just sliding pipe and steel in there for storage, yes, they could put something on the side of the building, but no roof structures and no working tools.
Right, thank you.
You're welcome.
This is Brian Wallace. I have a question.
Go ahead, Brian Wallace.
The amount of money that's in the budget here, $410,000. Last year, the board allocated $250,000 to the metal shop. Does that make the total $635,000 for this project?
250 plus 14 is 660. High end 660.
250 plus 410 equals $660,000.
$660,000?
That is correct.
I mean, a year ago, we said that we might be able to do this for 500 or 350 or 250. How is it continuing to balloon?
So if you were to look at option 1, which is a structure built between the car wash and the metal shop, that's approximately 1,900 square feet. We did get proposals from the vendor, and that totaled a little over $560,000. And that came in at approximately a $262 per square foot building price. Okay, that doesn't include fees and stuff, just material costs. So if we go with Plan B, we get a better value of building material costs, and we still solve all of the club's needs.
Well, I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with A and B, and I'm really not interested in dollars per square foot. I'm interested in the total cost of the project, which seems like it's either badly estimated previously or has changed.
It is not badly estimated. I have the estimations for both options. I just told you that $550,000 plus dollars for option 1, or $660,000 for option 2. However, in option 2, if we go to official set of documents, planning, we believe that that building can be built for much cheaper. But we have not made any investment in the option 2 or option 1 official set of plans.
I can step up and ask that.
Okay, this is
Well, that's a good thing because the budget hasn't been approved for it.
Please let Brian Wallace finish. Go ahead, Brian.
Yes.
No, it's a good thing that we haven't made any investment in it because the budget hasn't been approved for it.
Correct. Brian? Brian, this is Bill. Can you hear me? Brian, this is Bill. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I'm sorry, getting all kinds of other noise and feedback. I guess it's people logging out, but.
Oh, I'm sorry. Last year about this time, we were putting the budget together, as you know, and as I was starting my position here, when I was taking a tour with Russ and Carl last year, we went out to the metal shop, saw what was existing out there, the easement situation that we thought existed, the car wash wall, the fact that we're standing out there after a rainstorm in puddles of water with electric machines in water. We knew we had a problem, and we came forward last year, as you recall, with a $500,000 quick estimate as to what we needed to maybe fix this. Didn't go through club committees, didn't go through properties committee. We dealt with that accordingly, and the governing board at that time approved $250,000 to attempt to get this problem resolved. So after assessing everything that we've got over there, working with the metal shop, looking at the equipment that they had, the reality of how are we going to get in between these two facilities to get things fixed, bringing contractors out there, you know, with Carl, with Russ. That's how we kind of got to these particular numbers where we're at now, trying to get some kind of resolution to that. So the $250,000 that was budgeted last year, we didn't utilize based on what we were running into out there, trying to get this problem resolved. And trying to get it to the end line is kind of where we're at now. requesting additional funding, similar to where we were last year when we made our initial estimate. So I apologize for that, and.
No, I remember all of that.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember that, Bill, and we originally approached this as an emergency issue, but obviously it has grown.
Brian?
So I just, to go from, 250 or 300,000 to over $600,000 without much, review from the governing board is kind of strange.
Yeah.
Brian, we
So
proposed
that's all I
500.
need to say. Thank you.
All right, have a nice day, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Sue Fitzsimons, another question relative to the metal shop experience. What is the club supporting this with? What financial amounts have they then collected together to help pay for this situation?
What we spend on it?
20,000 on the enclosure costs, 18 on the enclosure.
Right, but as far as the contribution to us on the sale of equipment, I don't have.
Village store.
We can get that to you.
Somebody answer the question.
I'm thinking of the answer.
Sue, this is Bill. Sue, are you
Did you
there?
hear my question?
Yes, I think we did. We don't have the bottom line numbers at our fingertips at the moment, but we can get that to you. But most recently, they invested $20,000 in a storage facility on their own project this year. And ultimately, over the last 10 years, I'd like to get you the number relative to a lot of the sales that go on over there from all the projects that they make. I don't really want to say a number off the top of my head because I don't really want to be way wrong. But they continue to provide that 16%, I believe, of all of their annual sales go to the operator. I think it was.
That's correct, just like any other club does.
I'm sorry?
That's just like any other club does when they sell things through the village store. So that's not any different. But my question relates to the specific project that they have. Other people who have increased their capacity to, enlarge their club have helped to pay for it. I'm just concerned how much they have contributed.
Right, and I think the metal shop, relative to raising funds as far as their projects go and the crafts that they design and build, I believe of all the clubs there, they've got to be number one as far as revenue generation for us.
But that's, okay.
And Sue, if I could add that, please remember, the club is not asking for this. The club is asking for the issue to be resolved. This is the rec center's appropriate action to creating a space and an environment that fits all of their puzzle pieces of correction into one build-out.
Right, okay, I understand that.
Any other questions?
Jim Young, I have a question again.
Go ahead, Jim.
Carl, we just experienced a very expensive large dog park bids. I don't know how to word this, but do you expect the contractors to be more hungry in the future or more greedy?
Jim, I do expect
Yes.
I do expect the vendors to have a different climate in the future that will reflect a better bid situation for us.
Thank you.
This is Donna. Are there any other comments? No other comments? then I'd like to announce that the next tentative meeting will be May 5th in the Governing Board Conference Room. And no other comments. I'd like to adjourn the meeting. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.